Shiloh Hall was a men's dormitory built back in 1963 where most of the Dixie State College football players lived. During a groundbreaking ceremony for a new phase of on-campus housing, DSU alumnus and former football player Lee Bunnell remembered good times when he was a resident dorm assistant.
Dixie had a student body of about 350 students then, and the football team made up 1/5 of the student body. It was my job to maintain quiet hours after 10 p.m. and inspect the rooms once a week for cleanliness. As to maintaining the quiet hours, I used the philosophy my father used with me growing up on the farm. He said, if you're old enough to stay up, you're old enough to get up.
Bunnell, who went on to become a professor at Dixie State, said he will never forget the memories he shared here.
We can tear down this old dorm, but we can't tear down the memories of the hundreds of students that stayed here.
The old Shiloh Hall will soon be torn down to make way for Campus View Suites 2.
Demolition will actually happen pretty quick. Right now they're working on the abatement of the building, which means they're getting rid of the nasty asbestos that's in there and getting it ready so they can be demolished and taken to the landfill. Demolition will probably last about 2 weeks, and we hope to be starting here middle of February and getting some shovels in the ground and get going on the site utilities.
On-campus housing typically gives incoming freshmen a place to live and become a part of the campus community.
College campuses are like small cities in themselves, where students live, study, socialize, and work all in the same place. This campus-centric lifestyle drives a need for a unique and purposeful living experience. When a student leaves their childhood home and comes to Dixie State University, one of the first things on their checklist is to find a place to live. On-campus student housing strives to provide more than just a physical living space. We aim to provide a home coupled with educational opportunities outside the classroom, a place for connection, convenience, and progression.
It also serves as a bridge between education and personal lives.
I remember being a freshman and being so torn on whether or not I wanted to live on campus, but now I can't imagine wanting to live anywhere else. I've had amazing roommates living at Campus View, and I will never forget all the all-nighters we pulled during finals week, or all the dance parties we held once they were over.
While this newest building will include much of the same amenities as the Campus View Suites 1, it will be one level higher and house about 182 more students.
It's going to be a 5-story structure in lieu of the 4-story of Phase 1. We have 534 beds, which are in 91 apartments or suites, and for a total square footage in about 142,000 square feet. So, and then some of the unique elements we've developed is to increase the number of private rooms, and then also developed a new suite style that includes some semi-private rooms.
Smith said the design is different from other universities. This facility will include a large courtyard, pickleball courts, an outdoor hammock garden, a fitness room, lounges, and community kitchens, offering student residents various areas to socialize and study. During his speech, President Williams reflected the many changes that have taken place in the last 5 years when DSU instituted a strategic plan from status to stature.
We also said later in that year that we would cut the ribbon on the new Burns North Edition, and with any luck during legislative session, we would start planning the Human Performance Center. Look how far we have come as a university.
There is a lot of folks who have moved mountains one stone at a time to bring forth this university. I appreciate the Staff Association, and I especially appreciate President Williams. I talk about one small stone. I think his pockets are full of stones that he's moving.
As you know, our student body has been just growing by leaps and bounds. This last fall we were 12.5%. Spring to spring right now we're sitting close to 18%, and so we need to accommodate more students.
President Williams said the growth of Dixie State is what is driving the additions on campus.
We will need another general classroom building. We'll need to have a building for art. We also, the kids need a place to eat, so we're going to have to add on to our Gardner Center.
As a result of the recent growth, St. George Mayor John Pike, who is also on the Board of Trustees, said it's clear that Dixie State is on the move.
Today, the trustees approved the 50th now, a 4-year program, a 4-year degree program. So we've got master's degrees now, 50 bachelor's degrees and a host of associate's degrees, and it's just clicking along like clockwork.
This $45 million project is expected to take about 16 months to complete, with the ribbon cutting projected sometime in August of 2021, just in time for the fall semester. And as for future growth, the prediction of Phase 3 is just around the corner.
I'm excited to see what's going to happen when we construct Campus View number 3 and what we've accomplished.
And I wouldn't be a bit surprised if the planned third Campus Suites building up on the corner here isn't built in another 5 years.
It's all part of Dixie State's active learning, active life. From Dixie State University, Melissa Anderson, Community Education News.